evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rob Johnson with the Dragon Media Network, coming to you from Marlington High School, as we have the Marlington Dukes taking on the Carrollton Warriors. Should be a pretty good matchup. Carrollton brings in a strong team, and Marlington's been playing pretty well. I'm sitting here with my co-host tonight, Brooke Herron and John Taggart. Welcome, guys.
Hello.
Thank you.
So what do you think, guys? I think that based upon what we've seen from the stats and from some of the huddle stuff, that I think this is going to be a pretty strong game.
Oh, I think it's going to be a great matchup for both teams. I mean, last time they played each other, Carrollton pulled away by 1. And Carrollton's on a 9-win winning game streak, so I'm excited to see what they bring to the table tonight. But I'm also excited to see Marlington's at home this game, so they have a little upper advantage there, and see what they bring to the table as well.
Yeah, I agree with that. We're still waiting on the starting lineups, but I know that based upon some of what I've seen, we'll probably see for Marlington, Himmelheber, Proctor, Casey Miller, Hetherington, and Yoder. But I'm not sure who we're going to see for Carrollton yet. Like I said, we're waiting on the lineups, so we've got about 2 minutes before we roll into that. The girls' game the other night was a good game as Marlington took down West Branch. Our players of the game from the other night, Elizabeth Mason and Ava Collins will be joining us at halftime on Military Appreciation Night, I might mention. I know Brooke wasn't here, but she said she did follow up and watch it. John was with me. It was quite a game, wasn't it, guys?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, West Branch came out swinging. They had Sophie Gregory back in the lineup, but Marlington had a counter to that. They went in at halftime, changed some things up, and came out strong and got away with that win. They're 2-0 against West Branch in the EBC right now, and they're looking really good for the tournament.
Well, I will say, according to Max Preps, they're ranked number 2 in Division II right now in Ohio.
Yeah, right now, yeah.
So that's pretty strong. So, well, we're going to step away for just a few minutes. We'll be back here in a few minutes with the starting lineups, the national anthem, and our tip-off. So we'll be right back here in a couple minutes.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
The Armed Forces Medley. We would ask if you are a current or former member of one of the branches, you stand when your branch's theme is played. Former and current members of the Army, please stand. Former and current members of the Air Force, please stand. Former and current members of the Marines, please stand. And finally, the newest addition, the Space Force. Once again, thank you to all those who served or currently serving in our armed forces. At this time, we would invite you all to stand and honor America as the Marlington Choral sings the national anthem. Tonight's officials are Ethan Gallion, Matthew Clark, and tonight's referee is Ray Polanda. They were hired according to the rules of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, which qualifies them for their important role in tonight's game. Now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Carrollton Warriors, who are coached by Mike Ackerman, and his assistants are Kyle Poole and Nick Pergolini. Senior number 2, Brock Smith. Junior number 5, Lincoln Maloney. Senior number 12, Jackson Rinkus. Senior number 13, Caden Smith. And senior number 24, Micah Barkin. Introducing the starting lineups for your Marlington Dukes. Sophomore number 20, Dylan Marlington. Junior number 3, Jaden Proctor. Junior number 2, Ben Himohima. Senior number 4, Kaden Bates. And senior number 14, Casey Miller. Your Dukes are coached by Mr. Nick Cavendish and his assistants are Mr. Justin.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's game time as we have our starting lineup set and we're ready for tip-off. We did have a little bit of a change with Marlington. Marlington's going to start Bo Himmelheber, Jaden Proctor, Caden Bates, Casey Miller, and Dylan Hetherington. For the Warriors, they're going to start Brock Smith, Lincoln Mallarney, Jackson Rinks, Caden Smith, and Micah Barkin. And the Warriors will get the tip as Rinks gets it to Mallarney. Mallarney dribbles up top. He's going to dribble, gives it off to Rinks. Layup's good. 2-0. Warriors.
Really nice cut back there.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. Himmelheber brings it across the timeline. He's going to give it off to Hetherington, who gets it to Miller. Back to Himmelheber to Proctor for 3. No good. And it's going to go to Carrollton out of bounds. Good look for Proctor. Just didn't quite get the oomph behind it. Smith inside. Shot by Smith is no good. Proctor's going to push. He's going to dribble. Gives it off to Hetherington. He's going to drive. Takes it down the lane. Layup. No good. Shot missed. Rebounded by Warriors. Stolen by Hetherington to Casey Miller. To Bates. He's going to drive baseline. Kicks it to Proctor. Proctor's going to pull it back out. He's on the wing. Dribbles to the top. Gives it to Miller. Miller's going to dribble left. Gives it off to Himmelheber. Himmelheber over to Bates for 3. Bang! Just like that, Marlington takes the lead, 3-2.
Really controlled the pace well there. Took a really clean shot, didn't rush anything.
Brinks double teamed, gets it off to Smith. Smith looking, picks up his dribble, gets it back to Rinks. Rinks is going to dribble, drives out to the corner for 3. No good. Rebounded by Bates for Marlington. Gives it off to Proctor. Proctor across the center line. Gives it to Hetherington. Hetherington gets it inside to Bates. Bates is going to back down. Kicks it out to Proctor. He's going to look. Gets it over to Himmelheber up the top. Resets the offense. He's going to dribble. Gives it off to Bates. Bates is looking. Gets it back to Hetherington for 3. Rims out. No good. And Miller's going to I'll tell you what, nice try by Miller as he was trying to keep the ball in play, but just kind of stepped on the baseline there.
I'd like to say call the FBI because he just got robbed from that 3.
Yeah.
But
I agree. It kind of rolled around and kind of hung out there.
Thought about it, but.
So Rinks is going to dribble to the left side, kicks it across court, and it's going to be tapped out by Bates. Inbounding will be Brock Smith. Looks, gets it to Mallarney, takes a 3, bang! And we're going to have a 5-3 ball game. 5:15, first quarter.
Super deep 3 there.
Himmelheber takes it, reverse layup, it's good. 5-5, tie ball game with 5:04, first quarter. Rinks is going to walk it up the backcourt. Comes across the timeline. Gets it to Malnerney. Over to the opposite side to Barkin. Barkin throws it inside, gets it knocked away. Himmelheber's going to push. Gets it off to Miller. Miller's going to dribble. Kicks it to Bates. Bates drives, shoots, good. Oh, long pass stolen by Hetherington. Gets it to Himmelheber. He's going to push. Back to Hetherington. Hetherington to Bates. Reset at the top with Himmelheber. Nice defense by the Warriors. Hetherington over to Proctor. Proctor to Miller. He's going to dribble, drives, kicks it out to Himmelheber. Himmelheber. Cross court to Proctor. Back out top to Miller. Miller's going to dribble left, gets it off to Proctor. Proctor dribbles, gets it to Bates. Bates thinks about it, pulls it back out. Over to Hetherington up top. To Miller, and he's blocked from behind by Caden Smith. Rinks is going to push, drives to the lane, and he shoots and he scores. Jackson Rinks.
Super nice, strong take to the basket. I mean, Marlington was really controlling the pace offensively, but this will be a momentum swing for them if he can hit this and get back on defense and get us another stop.
Rinks, a 5'10 senior. Shot up. Rims out. Rebounded by Marlington. Miller over to Himmelheber. Himmelheber dribbles, brings it to the top. Gets it off to... We have a new arrival to Ty Noak. Himmelheber. Back to Casey Miller. Miller gonna dribble, gives it off to Himmelheber. Dribbles, drives, kicks it back to Miller. Miller gonna dribble, brings it back out top, gets it over to Himmelheber. Fakes, drives, takes it to the hoop, no good. Blocked. Smith is gonna push it up the floor. Stolen by Himmelheber. He's gonna go the other way. Backs it back out. Gives it off to Sam Yoder. Yoder into Hetherington. He's gonna take it to the hoop, spins. And, oh, they're going to call him for a charge.
Interesting call there. I wasn't sure what he was going to call there. Maybe a defensive foul there, maybe.
Well, it looked like the defensive player got his feet set, so. Brings it across the timeline. Smith. Back to Rinks. To Malnerney. He's going to dribble. Gives it off to Caden Smith. Back to Rinks up top. Double team, gives it off to Smith. Kicks it out. Oh, we got 3 seconds. Ball's going to go to Marlington. 2:08 in a fast-paced first quarter, 7-7. We knew it'd be a battle. Himmelheber walks it across the timeline. Gives it to Miller. Stolen by Malnerney. Takes it to the hoop. Layup. Good. 9-7. Warriors.
Carrollton looks like they're going to a 1-1-3 right now, switching from a man to that zone to kind of throw off Marlington's pace right now.
Miller. Oh, nice pass into Hetherington. Layup's good. That was a good look by Casey Miller.
A lot of patience there.
I thought he was in trouble there for a second when he picked up his dribble, but kept his eyes up, looked for the pass, and made the right one. Smith, guarded by Hetherington, to Malnerney, takes it to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled.
Nice backdoor there. Marlington's playing a really high deny, high pressure defense right now, and Carrollton's finding ways to react to it.
They're going to call that foul on Ty Noak. So Malnerney will go to the free throw line. He is a 6-foot junior.
We have 2 subs coming in. Caden Bates, number 4, and then Jaden Proctor, number 3.
Second one short. Himmelheber rebounds. Over to Bates. Up to Proctor. Cross court to Himmelheber. Into Yoder. Back to Proctor. To Miller. Miller's looking. Gets it to Bates. To Proctor. Almost threw it away. Back out top to Himmelheber. Backing it out. Gives it off to Proctor. Dribbles, looks. Cross court to Bates. Bates is looking. Gives it back to Miller. Miller resets the offense.
Gonna go into a little stall here, get last second shot, especially with them in that zone, try to pull them out of it a little bit.
Himmelheber to Miller. Miller's dribbling. He's double teamed. Bates recovers it. Over to Himmelheber for 3. No good. Rebounded by Miller. Ball's loose on the floor. Shot up. No good. And that's how we're going to finish the first quarter. 10-9. Carrollton Warriors. So we're going to step away for just a moment. And we'll be right back after this.
Hello everyone, I'm Paige Folk and this is the Stragit Media Network. As the temperature starts to drop, there could be snow showers in your area, so let's take a look at this weekend's weather. Friday the 13th, there's a high of 33 degrees along with a 46% chance of snow. Winds coming in at about 15 miles an hour. Snow showers in the morning becoming scattered later on. Temperatures nearly steady in the low to mid 30s, chances of snow at 50%. Friday evening, there's a low of 25 degrees along with a 36% chance of snow. Winds at 13 miles an hour. It should be mainly cloudy with snow showers around the evening. A low of 25 degrees and chance of snow at 40%. Saturday, the 14th, high of 31 degrees along with a 5% chance of snow, 12 mile an hour winds. Cloudy skies early on, then partly cloudy in the afternoon, high of 31 degrees. Saturday night, there's a high of 21 degrees along with only a 7% chance of snow. Winds coming in at 8 miles an hour, partly cloudy skies, low of 21 degrees. Sunday the 15th, there's a high of 40 degrees along with only a 7% chance of snow. Slight winds settling down at 3 miles an hour. Should be sunny along with a few clouds. High around 40 degrees. Wind.
And we're back, folks. Bates gets it into Himmelheber. He's going to dribble, dumps it off to Miller. To Bates, and he's going to try to make a pass across the baseline. He gets it knocked out of bounds. So, Marlington inbound, Himmelheber under the hoop. Gets it out to Bates. Bates to Yoder. Yoder dribbles, gives it off to Proctor. Proctor's going to dribble left. Gives it to Miller. Pass to Yoder. Back to Miller. Miller's going to back out. He's looking. Takes to the hoop, shoots, no good. And he's going to foul Malnerney. So the ball's going to go to Carrollton. I believe they called that over the back.
Yeah, probably a little push to the back, too. I think a little frustration there. Carrollton's defense is throwing them off a little bit right now.
So Rinks is going to drive, takes to the hoop, shoots, good. It's going to make it 12-9. Carrollton, 7:09, second quarter. Himmelheber bringing it across the court. He's going to be challenged right at the timeline. Guarded by the Smiths. Both Caden and Brock. Himmelheber rebounds the ball, loses it, gets it back. Out top to Miller. drives. Back to Bates. Tell you what, Brock Smith is very, very quick. Oh, he might be in trouble here. And we've got a timeout by Marlington. So we're going to step away for just a second, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Beatty Sports has all of your athletic needs, specializing in corporate, school, and team apparel. In-house custom embroidery and silk screening makes the Beatty Sports tradition of quality and service unbeatable. Go Leopards!
We're back. I'm Rob Johnson here with Brooke Herron, John Taggart. We're with the Straga Media Network here at Marlington. We have Marlington Dukes taking on the Carrollton Warriors as Marlington inbounds. Himmelheber going to be double teamed. Oh, I can't believe they didn't call that over and back.
Yep, that's a missed call right there, but got to keep playing defense here.
Bates cross court to Himmelheber. To Proctor. Proctor backs it out. Carrollton in a 2-3. Proctor over to Himmelheber. Looking. Over to Hetherington. Hetherington back out to Himmelheber. They're going to reset. It's going to dribble over to Proctor. To Bates for three. Off the back of the rim. No good. They're going to push up the floor to Rinks. Rinks is going to pull up. Stops. Looks. Gets it out to Caden Smith. Back to Rinks. He's going to drive down the lane. And we've got a pass out of bounds.
Carrollton's trying to run a pretty fast dribble drive pace right now, and it's working some of the time, but sometimes they're making some mistakes just because they're going so fast and not taking their time.
Yeah, the ball just went off of Brock Smith's outstretched hands. It was a little bit behind him. Could have been a little bit more in front of him. It would have been a good pass.
Yep.
So Himmelheber get across the timeline, gets it over to Proctor. Looks, gets it to Himmelheber for three. Way deep. Rebounded by...
Looks like Sam Yoder.
Yep. And they're going to call a jump ball. So the ball will go to Carrollton. Smith into Rinks. Coming up the backcourt. Over to the timeline. Guarded by Proctor. Over to Barkin. Gets it back to Smith. To the other Smith. To Rinks. Nice pass. Man, that was a really nice pass.
Super nice cut. Carrollton's just moving the ball really well right now and making really smart cuts with this defense, and they're making it look pretty easy.
14-9. Carrollton. 4:44 left in the first half. Himmelheber's looking, gets it into Hetherington. Nice pass to Proctor. He's going to be fouled. Proctor will go to the line and shoot two. That was a nice take, strong take by Proctor.
Trying to get something started, I think, for Marlington. Carrollton has a little bit of the momentum right now. He can knock these two down, get back, set up a defense, and hopefully get a stop to get them the momentum back here.
First shot.
And again, the score's only 14-10 Carrollton. So
Right.
It's in reach, a stop, maybe two, and
Proctor, he's a 6-foot junior. Second shot. It's going to make the score 14-11. 4:34 left in the first half as Rinks will bring it across the timeline. Switch. Hetherington to Barkman. Gives it off to Rinks for three. Short, no good. Rebounded by Hetherington. Or to Yoder to Hetherington to Proctor. And he's going to get it back out to Himmelheaver for three. Long, no good. To Proctor for three, no good. Back of the rim. Ball, 3-point ball's just not falling for him.
Nope, not right now, but that could change at the half.
We got 3 ball, no good. Rebounded by Hetherington for Marlington. Over to Miller. Miller gets it up to Proctor. Proctor to Hetherington, to Himmelheaver. Attacks the hoop, shot up, no good. Rebounded. Is going to be rebounded by Rinks. And we've got a timeout. We're going to stay here. I believe the timeout was called by Carrollton.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Young man down here in the corner for the Marlington cheerleading squad just did a twisting layout, better known as a full.
Right. I wish I could say that I can do that, but sadly I cannot.
Well, I'll tell you what. My daughter was a competitive cheerleader for a long time, and if you can throw that skill, especially when it's not a running skill, he was doing it from a cartwheel or a full or a round off full, you're talented. So we're back at it here as Brock Smith gets it into Rinks. To Malnerney, back to Rinks for a long three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded Marlington. And we're going to have a foul as Caden Smith ran into Yoder.
Looks like an accidental foul there, but the 3 ball is not falling for either team right now. The work's really being done underneath off the fast break, whether it's off the drive or just a nice backdoor cut.
I'll tell you what, Carrollton has a very, very good eye when it comes to shot for 3, rims out, no good. Rebounded by Yoder, and he's going to be fouled. So he's going to go to the line, but Carrollton is a strong passing team. I mean, some of these passes are just.
I agree.
You've got to have your heads up, your head up, and your eyes looking in order to make those passes.
Yeah, whoever's bringing the ball up or has the ball at the time is making a really good read off the defense, as well as the cutter who's seeing that gap and seeing that hole and able to cut through there.
Yoder for the first shot, back of the rim, no good. Sam Yoder. He's a 6'5" forward. 14-11 with 2:57 left in the first half. Second shot is good. Carrollton walks the ball up, across the timeline. Smith dribbles, gets it off to Barkton. Excuse me, that is Caden Renninger. Got a couple new bodies in here. Brock Smith dribbles. To Rinks for 3, no good, rebounded, and knocked out of bounds by Carrollton, so ball's going to go back to Marlington. Along with Renninger into the ball game is John Barong. Malnerney takes to the hoop. Shot no good. Last touch by Marlington. So Carrollton's going to get the ball back. Micah Barkin back into the ball game. Brock Smith will sit down. Inbounding will be Caden Renninger. Long pass to Rinks. He's going to dribble. Backs it back out. Over to Renninger. Back to Rinks. Dribbles. Takes it. Gives it off to Malnerney. Shot up. Long three. No good. Rebounded by Proctor. 1:36 left in the first half. Oh, bad pass. Barkin to Renninger. Layup. It's good. 16-12.
Super nice transition offense there.
Proctor gets it across the timeline, gives it off to Himmelhuber. He's going to dribble, drives down. Oh, slips. And the layup's good. 16-14. Rinks dribbling. Out to Malnerney. He's going to give it off to Barkin. Back to Rinks on the wing. He's going to dribble. Gets it to Renninger for three. No good. Rebounded by Hetherington, and he's going to be fouled. That call is going to be on Lincoln Malnerney. That is going to be, I think, his first foul. You have to bear with us. We've got one side of the scoreboard shaded by one folded up hoop, and the other hoop has the other scoreboard blocked. So 30 seconds, make it 25 seconds. Himmelhuber to Bates, back out to Proctor. Proctor fakes, gives it to Casey Miller. Miller looks, fakes, gets it to Proctor. Back to Himmelhuber. Himmelhuber's going to dribble, gives it off to Mailer, to Bates, to Proctor, pulls up for three, way long, air ball, rebounded by Miller, and it's good. Wow, nice play, rebound and recovery by Miller, and that's going to give us a tie ball game going to halftime. So we're going to step away for just a few minutes, pay some bills, and we'll be back with you in just a few minutes.
The Straggett Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggett Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in the years to come, that as your life gets hard, you'll have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
You like spending time with your family, but have you planned for when that is not possible? Guiley & Guiley provide affordable estate planning protecting you and your family. Our experience is your solution. Guiley & Guiley.
And we're back, folks, as we are here at halftime of Military Appreciation Night here at Marlington, as the Dukes and the Warriors are currently tied here at halftime. But we've got a couple of special guests with us. We've got Ava Collins and Elizabeth Mason here with us tonight. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you.
Great game the other night. Very strong game. Kind of started off a little bit slow, but once you guys kind of figured it out, it kind of took off from there. What did Coach say to you guys?
mean, he told me and Maria to put more pressure on their guards up top on our zone because we knew that they had trouble with that in other games. So, like, once we started doing that, we were able to get the ball, get a lot more steals and everything.
So what did you guys think of the size at the beginning of the game?
It's something we had to adjust to because like other teams are typically smaller, but I feel like we have more aggression than most. So like even if they have the height, we can get it if they bring it down, or even if we just are scrappy.
Well, I'll tell you what, it seemed like in the first half you kind of came out, you were kind of feeling things out, and then all of a sudden, once you figured out we're going to be aggressive with this, it was pedal to the metal. I want to kind of drop this into Ava. With the we gave you the award for the rug burns or the floor burns for the night.
Yeah, thank you.
Tell me what your thought process is. Is it just 100 miles an hour or?
Yeah, I kind of just don't really think, to be honest. Like if it's a ball, I just gotta go for it.
Yeah, it seemed like every time there was a rebound or a fight for the ball, there she is.
I try.
So, Elizabeth, it seems like second half is your time as far as scoring. At least in the games we've had the opportunity to cover, it seems like when it's when we hit that midway third quarter, it's like, hey, I got it, guys, let's go. I mean, what's your thought process as you're going into that second half? Is it more of a focus?
Usually it like takes me a while in the first half just to kind of get going, like just to feel out like the defense and everything. But I don't really know. It just happens every game. Like I honestly don't know. Like it's not like I do anything different really, but.
Well, I have to say, I mean, it plays out well for your team. It does really well. So I just wanted to take time to thank you ladies. Thank you for coming on with us and congratulate you ladies on a great game. Keep it up. You guys are doing really well this year and I look forward to doing more games with you. But these are our Stragget Media players of the games. Again, we're here with Elizabeth Mason and Ava Collins. Ladies, thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. And we'll be back here in just a few minutes. We're back, folks. As that was a lot of fun interviewing Elizabeth Mason and Ava Collins, our players of the game from the previous game. I want to take a moment to talk about something special. I know we're over here at Marlington, but I like to do it every time we come on the air right now. I want to talk about something called Kudo Strong. Whether you know him or not, Jeff Kudo is the head basketball coach over at Louisville High School. His wife, Vicky, amazing lady, she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And they started a fund, started with a benefit and kind of has just taken off. But Vicky and Jeff if you've ever met him, whenever somebody else needs something, whenever, whether it's just a hug, a pat on the back, whatever it might be, they always seem to be at the front of the line. And by golly, I that's why I'm talking about it tonight. Brooke, you've had the opportunity to be kind of front row with it. The Kudos, amazing family.
Yeah, they're really special people, and obviously Coach Kudo has been a coach in Louisville, a teacher for a really long time. She's been in the system where she worked at LES, and they're just really great people. But she's actually doing really well right now. Got some really good news that her cells are down, and she's actually was able to get a schedule for a surgery February 8th, which is a blessing. And we always talk about with Coach Kudo, whether it's basketball life, suddenlies, and I believe this is a suddenly. She's a fighter, and we're right behind her. And she's been able to come out to a lot of games, and she's really one of our keys to victory every night, seeing her in the stands, because we're playing for something bigger than ourselves. We're playing for her. Every night that we step on the floor, it's an opportunity for us to play for Coach Kudo's wife.
That's awesome. I mean, it's funny. Over the years, I've had the opportunity kind of, especially Jeff, but Vicky as well. And it's so funny how I show up at the building, whether I'm doing it for Stragan Media or I'm doing it for Leopard Lair, whatever it might be, and how she's always like, "Hey, Rob, how you doing?"
Right.
And even the one night, the Perry game,
Right.
it was her first game back,
Mhm.
and she took the time to approach me and ask how
Right.
I was doing, and I
Right.
was just like, "Wow,
They're
here's
they're just those type of people. And I'm going to use an example. We were at the elementary school today practicing, and there were little kids looking in the windows, and Coach Kudo was the first person to go over there and speak to them. He opened the door and let them sit and watch the process a little bit, and I could tell in those little girls' eyes, they were like, whoa, this is what Louisville High School sports is about. And just, he didn't have to do that. He could have been focused on us, but he took the time and went over there, and that's what that family is about. So for Louisville to be able to help them in the way that they've helped the entire community is just amazing.
I agree. So whether you're from Louisville, Marlington, East Canton, St. Thomas, Alliance, if you can, remember Kudo Strong. Help them out. They're just remarkable people. But we're getting ready for the second half as Marlington will inbound. Bates into Himmelheber. Tightly contested. Brinks guarding Proctor, over to Proctor. Cross court to Miller for three. Long, no good. Brinks pushes it up the other way. Gives it off to Jaden Smith. Caden Smith loses it, gets it back to Brock Smith. To Malnerney. He's going to dribble, goes left, takes it, shoots, and he's going to be fouled. Foul's going to go against Hetherington. So Malnerney will go to the line. He will shoot two. Malnerney is a junior, 6 foot, and the first one is good. Or no, excuse me, he missed it. Sorry, I don't know what I was looking at.
I thought it went in too, so you're all right.
Second one's good. Himmelheber up to Proctor, guarded tight, double teamed. And he's going to throw it off of Smith, and it'll be Marlington ball out of bounds. I'll tell you.
Carrollton's going out coming out of the half in their high pressure zone right now, and they're looking to trap things.
Oh, nice pass to Himmelheber, layup. Oh, man. Just rimmed out.
Super nice play there.
That was a good look, though. Brinks going to fake. Thinks about it, pulls up for three. No good. And it's going to be rebounded by Hetherington. Kind of had a little bit of a pinball amongst players there for a second. Proctor brings it across the timeline. He's going to give it off to Himmelheber in the corner. He thinks about it, looks, dribbles, brings it back out top to Proctor. Back to Himmelheber, back to Proctor. Proctor to Bates. Oh, and it's going to go off. Nice look, though. Bates had the right idea. He had the play. Miller just couldn't bring it in and control it.
Trying to do a little bit of what Carrollton was doing, getting that backdoor, because obviously Carrollton is playing that high pressure defense right now, whether it's in their zone or man, but trying to get some clean open looks right now. But again, it's still 17-16, a lot of game to play.
Smith in the corner, looking, brings it back out. He's on the wing. He's going to dribble. He's going to drive. Pulls up. Gives it off. They give it out to Caden Smith. Back to Barkin. To Rinks. To Smith. Back to Rinks. Rinks is going to dribble left. Dumps it off. Gets to Malnerney. Drives the hoop. Shot up. No good. Rebounded by Hetherington. Gives it off to Miller, who dumps it off to Bates. Back to Miller. Miller gives it to Proctor. To Bates out top. To Himmelheber on the wing. Himmelheber to the corner to Hetherington. Dumps it into Bates, who loses it. Smith pushing it up the floor. He's going to drive. Takes it to the hoop. Misses. No good. Rebounded Rinks. And he's going to bring it back out top. Gives to Caden Smith. He's going to drive. Shot good. 19-16. Carrollton.
A really strong take by him. He was patient, strong to the basket.
Proctor tries to get it into Hetherington. Knocked away by Carrollton. Goes out of bounds, and it'll stay Marlington ball. Yeah, that was a nice play by Smith. Nice take.
Yep.
Nice, strong effort.
He went into the contact, didn't fade away from it.
Oh, we're going to have a reach.
This game's going to be a lot about possessions right now, and Carrollton is kind of taking advantage of their possessions and their defensive stops. And I think once Marlington gets back into their swing, they'll get things going.
Micah Barkin called for the foul. Himmelheber to the hoop. Layup, good. 19-18. Definitely a defensive scoring affair here.
Yes.
That'll be Himmelheber's 4th point, and there goes Rinks.
Bank is open.
21-18. That's Rinks' 10th point. So he has just shy of half the points for Carrollton. Miller to Himmelheber. Bates. Miller, nice pass. Layup, good.
Really nice counter to that trap that he saw come in. He was patient, made a really nice pass. Got his teammate an open bucket.
That's Hetherington's 4th point. Pass to Smith. Gets it to the other Smith. For 3, bang! 24-20. 4:02. 3rd quarter as Carrollton's out in the full court press. Miller's going to push it. Breaks the press. Gets it to Hetherington for 3. Bang! 24-23. And we have a timeout.
Back-to-back buckets right now. You saw 2 from Marlington, and then you saw 2 from Carrollton, and then you had 2 back-to-back threes from each team. I mean, they're countering each other, and that's why the score's 23-24, Carrollton up. But I think Marlington right now is finally settling down offensively. They're taking care of their possessions, and they're capitalizing on those defensive stops.
Well, and they're taking it to the hoop instead of settling for 3-pointers outside.
Exactly.
They're taking them when it's wide open.
They're being the enforcer right now, and they're
Right.
not allowing Carrollton's defense to depict on what they're going to do.
Exactly.
And you could say Coach Evanich, been here a long time. He definitely knows what he's seeing. He's seen a zone like this before, and probably drew up some plays at the half to help his team get something going offensively.
So Smith will inbound to Rinks. Rinks will bring it up the backcourt. Comes across the timeline. He's looking. Double teamed into Smith. Fakes, and he's going to be fouled by Hetherington. Unfortunately, he got caught off his feet. He bit the fake and left his feet.
Definitely could have been and one if he was able to keep that balance, but he's such a strong force underneath tonight.
Shot up, no good. Second shot. It's good. Himmelheber up top. He's dribbling. Gives it off. Oh, and he's going to throw it away. Pass was intended for Ty Noak, but just a little bit wide. So back come the Warriors. Across the timeline, Rinks gives it off to Malnerney. He's going to dribble, drives, fakes, looks, gets it back out to Caden Smith. He's going to drive baseline, passes off to Brock Smith, layup, and it's good. 27-23, 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Himmelheber being challenged by Smith. Coming across the timeline. Picked by Hetherington. Himmelheber guarded by Caden Smith. Oh. Off the back of the leg of Rinks. Shot up by Himmelheber, and it's good. 27-25. 2:33 left in the third quarter. That'll be Himmelheber's 6th point. We have a foul on Carrollton. Oh, he warned the coach. You see Coach out there? He was like, Coach, get back in the box.
I'm not sure if it was a foul or something about, it was down in the baseline, something out of bounds. Definitely did not make the Carrollton coach happy at all.
Miller. Oh, and we're going to have a kick ball. Possession will stay with Marlington. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what they called. I didn't see the call. I was kind of shaded from it. But you're right. It was definitely off the ball. Hetherington into Proctor. Guarded tightly by Rinks. Oh, stolen by Barkin. Tipped away. Nice play. Was that Ty Noak that came back out of nowhere and made that play?
That's a hustle plus play by Marlington, but just as much as Carrollton there. I mean, I call that a hustle foul. I'm not sure if that's truly a foul. I believe that's just a hustle there. But the ref's going to call what they're going to call, right?
Warriors come out in a man-to-man. Full court press. Rinks guards Proctor. Proctor's going to drive, takes it to the hoop, shoots, and they're going to call him for a charge. Yeah, Rinks definitely beat him to the spot.
Yeah, that was a definite charge, no doubt.
Smith into Rinks. Across the timeline, guarded tightly by Proctor. Oh, nice pass into Barkin. 29-25. 1:27, third quarter. Himmelheber brings it across center court. Dribbles, gives it off to Proctor. Back to Yoder. Sorry. I got shaded. I couldn't tell if it was a 2 or a 3 there for a second. Himmelheber looking. Gives it off to Noak. Noak's going to fake. Gives it. Oh, stolen by Malnerney. He's going to take it to the hoop. And he's going to foul. And it's going to be a 3-point play. 31-25. 54 seconds.
Really nice offensive play. I liked how he was patient, jump stopped, went up strong, went into the contact.
Used the body to shield it.
And he benefited from it, put it in. Now he's going to line for the N1.
Lincoln Malnerney, sophomore, 6 foot. Shot up. He completes the three-point play. So we've got a 7-point ball game with 54 seconds, 32-25, Carrollton.
Carrollton in their man press right now.
Rinks sits down, and Ethan Benner comes into the game. Proctor's going to dribble. Gives it to Miller, to Proctor, to Yoder. Looks, dribbled, picked up his dribble, to Bates. Bates back to Proctor. Miller fakes. Back to Proctor. Gets it over to Proctor on the wing, to Bates, to Himmelheber. Himmelheber dribbles, gives it off to Bates. He's going to dribble, drives, pulls up. Shot good.
Really nice shot.
32-27 shot up, and it's going to be no good. So that's how we're going to finish the third quarter, 32-27, as Carrollton leads. We're going to take a second to take a break, and we'll be back here in just a couple of minutes.
The Straggett Media Network, a local broadcasting network, specializing in weather, news, sports, musical guests, weddings, commercials, visual marketing graphics. Let us take your business, school, wedding, or event to the next level. The Straggett Media Network.
Life is tough. At Notre Dame, Ohio State, and in my life thereafter, I've had to walk through situations that were as challenging as it gets. A large part of my ability to overcome the challenges were the determination and toughness I learned as a leopard athlete. Your challenge today is tough. They want to push you around and take what's yours. Fight hard and rise to the challenge to show yourself that in years to come, that as your life gets hard, you have the intestinal fortitude to overcome. For many years, you have trained and practiced for this moment. And show what you got.
We're back. Warriors inbound. Smith to Smith, back to Smith. Like that. Inside, nice knock away by Proctor. And the ball stays with Carrollton. Tell you what, everybody's hustling for it. Smith to Malnerney, pulls up for three. Front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Himmelheber. Gets it off to Miller. Miller's going to push. Slows down the pace. Gives it off to Proctor. Proctor's going to dribble, drives, takes a shot. I think he got it partially blocked there.
Yep. Looked like a tip ball there. Didn't
Nice
get fully
play by Brinks behind the back. Out to Malnerney for three. Bang!
Carrollton is truly coming alive in this second half. Not sure what coach said to them, but defensively, offensively, they are coming alive as the team right now.
Wow, and they're hitting the three right now, which is... Oh, nice steal by Proctor. I'll tell you what, this defense is definitely giving Marlington a little bit of a fit.
Got to get the ball moving a little bit, get them out of space so you can get a nice cut or a nice drive.
Hetherington thought about it, over to Himmelheber for three, rims out. Man, that three ball will just not fall for Marlington tonight. 35-27, 6:30. Three ball by Malnerney. Rebounded by Himmelheber. Up the floor to Miller for three. Bang! 35-30.
But he's hitting it right now. Two for him in this quarter.
That gives Miller 7. Brock Smith to Brinks to Malnerney. He's going to drive, takes it to the hoop, layup, no good. Rebounded by Hetherington to Proctor. Proctor's going to push. Gets it off to Miller. Miller thinks about it, brings it back out top. Oh, and they're going to get Rinks with a foul. Little bit of body.
Definitely a body foul for sure. He just hit him there. Maybe if he would have fallen, he could have potentially gotten an offensive foul. But again, like you said earlier, Carrollton's pressure right now is really giving Marlington some trouble, and they're not backing down either. So Carrollton's going to keep working it, because as of right now, 35-30 them, it's working.
Yep. That's going to be Rinks' first foul. Into Hetherington. To Proctor. Proctor's going to look, hands it off to Himmelheber. Gives it to Hetherington, to Proctor. Proctor dribbles, pulls it back out to Miller. Over to Himmelheber on the wing. Fakes, dribbles, gives it to Hetherington. To Miller. Miller's going to drive, takes it to the hoop, and he's going to be fouled. Miller's going to go to the line and shoot two. Nice drive by Casey Miller.
Offense is definitely flowing through him right now. He's trying to get things going. Again, it's still a 5-point lead for Carrollton, which is, again, 2 possessions, 1 stop if he puts these 2 in. And
first one's no good. Miller, 5'11" senior. Currently has 7 points in the ball game. Second shot, it's going to be good. We have a 4-point ball game, 35-31, Carrollton. Rinks to Smith. Looking, dribbles. To Barkin. Kicks it out to Brock Smith. He's going to dribble. Oh, almost stolen by Proctor. And they're going to get a timeout for Carrollton. He was stuck there, Brooke.
yeah, his coach had to bail him out there. I mean, Marlington's wide. Their wingspan's pretty wide, and they need to up the aggression right now, which they're doing in that trap, and it need to get a stop here for sure. Still 4:30, about 4:30 left. Plenty of time.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's amazing how just a couple of shots by Malnerney is kind of the difference right now.
Right.
He kind of came out, popped a couple threes, made a layup.
Right.
And then, but Marlington hasn't gone away. I thought, well, they're up to 7,
Yeah.
Maybe it was starting to creep. Now they're right back at 4 points.
Yeah, Carrollton came out strong third quarter, built up a nice, decent lead, but Marlington's battling right back. And you have to remember, though, Marlington's missing one of their players to, looks like a knee injury. I think that is Drew Denham. I think he did it playing football. But still, Marlington's hanging around, and if they can keep up this aggression and get a stop here, there's no reason they can't come back in this ball game.
Proctor into Rinks. Smith into Rinks. Rebounded by Proctor. There we go. Got to get the right team. Himmelheber off the Bates. Bates thought about it, dribbles, drives, kicks it over to Hetherington, who loses it. Oh, they're going to call over him back. I thought he had the foot on this side of the line, but he must have stepped on the line.
There's just another hustle play. He tried to save the ball, which looked like his feet were still on the backcourt, but.
So Rinks is going to dribble, gives it off to Brock Smith. Brock Smith back to Rinks. Stolen by Miller. He's going to take it to the hoop, lays it up, And it's good. 2-point ball game. 35-33, 3:52 left in the ball game.
Casey Miller wants this win, right? He wants it really bad. You can tell. 2 threes already. That nice steal and layup.
Ball shot good. 3-pointer. Just like that, 38-33.
Carrollton is not going away easy, though.
Nope.
They're going to make it really hard on the Dukes.
Himmelheber to Proctor. And they're going to call a foul on Brock Smith. That's going to be Brock's second foul of the night. Bates to inbound. Into Hetherington, almost threw it away. Himmelheber bailed him out. He's going to dribble, pulls up for a long three. Oh, off the rim, no good. And it's going to be off Carrollton. Ball and possession stay with Marlington. Ball into Proctor. Out top to Himmelheber. Thought about it. Miller for three. And he's going to be fouled. So he doesn't get the bucket, but he's going to shoot three.
Doesn't matter how you get the three as long as you get the three, right? So
Right.
they're called free throws for a reason. He's got 3 of them, and hopefully he can knock these 3 down to make it a 2-point game.
And that's Caden Smith's 4th foul.
That's really going to hurt Carrollton.
Shot up. Oh. Second shot. It's good. 38-34. That'll give Miller 11. Next shot. It's good as well. 38-35. We got a 3-point ball game with 3 minutes left in the ball game. Rinks dribbling, guarded by Proctor. I'm sure Carrollton's going to take their time.
Yes. Wait till you get a great shot, not a good shot.
Oh, nice shot by Rinks, and it's good.
He's so tough. Pull-up game, whether it's off the dribble.
That gives Rinks 12 points, 40-35. Miller taking it to the hoop, shot up. Oh, it just didn't want to fall. That thing was halfway down the net.
I'm going to say it again. Call the FBI because they just got robbed.
Rinks is going to dribble. They're pretty much clearing out for him at this point. Oh, knocked away. Nice play by Proctor.
Just saved them a bucket right there because if he wouldn't have tipped that away, he would have finished that for sure.
Oh, yeah, that was
Open
a clear
lane.
line.
Oh, yeah.
Long pass to Rinks, and he's going to be fouled by Himmelheber. .207 left in the ball game, 40-35, Carrollton.
Just heard Coach say fire, so I'm assuming that's his foul call.
Rinks over to Proctor. Proctor guarded by Yoder. Oh, almost knocked away. To Mounterney, layup, no good. Rebounded Hetherington to Miller. He's going to bring it up the court. Across the timeline. Gets it to Himmelheber. 139. Back to Miller. Cross court to Proctor. Tipped. Proctor retrieves it. Stolen by Mounterney. Up the floor. And saved by Brock Smith, but recovered by Hetherington. To Himmelheber for three. No good. I don't know if that's the shot they wanted at that point. He was open, but
Yeah.
that was a long three.
I definitely probably would have waited a little bit, let your offensive players get down there if you're going to take that shot so they can rebound. If not, I'd take a couple seconds there and try to get a layup. Because you still have a minute left to play.
Yep.
You can foul right away. You're not in foul trouble at all.
Nope. And in fact, the fouls with Caden Smith being,
Exactly.
4 fouls, it tends to lean towards the Dukes a little bit.
Well, definitely need to take advantage of that. I mean, only being a minute left, drive at him, hopefully to draw that 5th foul.
Yeah, because he's definitely been a thorn in their side going to the hoop.
For sure. Rebounding defensively and also he's just so strong. Looks like he's going to take a breather right now.
Yep. So we've got Proctor, Noak, Himmelheber, Miller, and Hetherington. Malnerney, Rinks, Barknell. Oh, knocked away by Hetherington. Malnerney to the hoop. Layup good.
Nice play there.
42-35. 56 seconds left in the ball game. Miller's going to give it off to Himmelheber. He's going to drive to the hoop. Takes it to the hoop. Blocked. Nice block by number 10, Luke Allison, a junior, 6'7".
The Carrollton fans are loving it right now.
This is his first action of the night.
Yeah. Looks like they're trying to. Well, Caden just came back in, but.
Cross court to Miller. Miller fakes, pulls it up for 3. Short, and it's going to be off of Allison. So the ball will go back to Marlington. .43 seconds. Shot up by Miller. No good. Rebound. And it's rebounded by Allison. It's going to be, they're going to get Hetherington for a foul. I believe that's who they're going to call it on. Allison will go to the line. Correct that. They're going to inbound it.
Yeah, next foul is the 1-and-1, but that looks like what Marlington's going to do right now with 37 seconds left. You're going to have to foul, send them to the line.
And it looks like we have a timeout by Carrollton, so we're going to stay here.
Just want to point out number 10, he just came off the floor. He was in for about 30 seconds, but those 30 seconds were huge. He just had a huge block, huge defensive stop for Carrollton.
Couple rebounds in that series.
So it doesn't matter how small your role is. He came in, did his job, got it done. And you can tell, again, Carrollton fans are here. They're loving it. They're right behind their boys and wanting them to get this win tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. He was, I think they brought him to keep Caden Smith out of the mix. They need him on the offensive floor, and they didn't want to lose him to a cheap foul on the defensive end.
Agree. Looks like Marlington's going to try to draw up something to hopefully get a foul, send him to the line, and try to get some quick buckets here.
Well, it's a 7-point ball game, but it seems like every time we get to 7-point ball game, we're down to 2.
Right.
Then we're back out to 7. So who knows how it's going to play out in the next 37 seconds. But regardless of how this thing ends, this has been a heck of a ball game tonight.
For sure. Well, the Dukes have Casey Miller, and he's been coming up clutch all night. So let's see if he can do it again here.
So we got Himmelheber, Noak, Miller, Hetherington, and Proctor. Smith, Rinks, Malnerney, Smith, and Barkin.
That was really well executed. You could tell they did not want to foul number 12, Jackson Rinks, because he's clutch from there. But foul number 13, Caden Smith's going to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
Well, I'll tell you what, Malnerney's really had a good second half.
Mm-hmm.
He's kind of been the shot up, and it's good.
Big free throw right there.
That's going to give Caden Smith his 10th point. Shot off, no good. Rebounded Marlington. 31 seconds left in the ball game. Proctor pulls up for three. No good. Rebounded. Rebounded by Himmelheber. Takes it to the hoop. No good. Rebounded by Himmelheber. Back out top to Proctor for three. No good. It's just not falling for him tonight.
Nope.
That three ball is just not falling for him. 43-35. Layup's good.
Easy bucket
for
for them
Smith.
in transition. Hate to say it, but looks like this one's over.
Himmelheber's going to pull. And that's the ball game. As Marlington falls 45-35. But this was a ball game, folks. I mean, start to finish, it was an absolute game.
Yes.
You know, I have to say, Marlington coming in with a little bit lesser of the record. And, you know, I'll tell you what, Carrollton's a strong team.
Yes, definitely came out of the half. I mean, it was back and forth, but Carrollton truly came out of the half really strong, really dominant, took really good shots, and they executed and they were hitting them. Sadly for Marlington tonight, they just couldn't get the three going. And the high-pressure defense from Carrollton really just threw off their game offensively.
Well, and I don't have the official numbers as they're working on them right now, but I know that, you know, they got three players at double figures for Marlington. You know, or not Marlington, Carrollton. Sorry about that, folks. And I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but Malnerney. I'll tell you what, we've had our challenge with names tonight.
For sure.
Plus, we had duplicates with Brock and Caden Smith for Carrollton.
Right,
so
definitely assuming they're a brother duo there.
Yeah, they definitely made my job a little challenging tonight. But we love it, right, guys?
We do.
So we had a great time at halftime tonight with the military appreciation and the two young ladies, Elizabeth Mason and Ava Collins, coming up and visiting with us. We appreciate them stopping up.
Yep.
We'll kind of go over our player of the game here once we go through the stats. But I'll tell you what, this house was rocking from start to finish. Both schools had great representation. Both student sections were involved. I want to say hats off to both schools. It was great watching this game. You know, Marlington always a great host when we're here.
Right. The energy here is always electric. Doesn't matter if it's girls basketball or boys basketball, volleyball. It's always an electric place to play in. But Carrollton truly brought their little poke to get up here, but they brought the fan section, they brought the student section, and they were alive all night.
Let's see here. So, kind of go down through the numbers here, and John's our official scorer. We got ours over here too. We'll kind of make sure we're on the same page. But for Marlington, they were led by Casey Miller with 12 points, followed by Hetherington with 7. Himmelheber had 6. Bates had 5. Yoder had 3. And Proctor had 2. For the Warriors, looks like Malnerney, who had a heck of a second half, finished with 15. Jackson Rinks finished with 12. Caden Smith had 10. Brock Smith had 4. Caden Renninger had 2. And Micah Barkin had 2 as well. I'll tell you what, it seemed like, pretty balanced scoring. Even though you had the top 3, it was pretty balanced scoring from both teams. You had the big 3 for Carrollton, but overall, pretty balanced. They were very good at sharing the ball all night long.
Yeah, that's what really set them apart from Marlington was they were able to get the ball moving really well, and they were getting the great shots compared to those good shots, and multiple guys were knocking down the three or they were taking it to the hole and they were just getting it done. And that's what helps when you have 3 scorers that can do that.
So tell me, guys, pick one for Marlington, one for Carrollton. Who's your player of the game?
I'm going to go with number 13, Caden Smith, only because offensively and defensively, he was the aggressor tonight. He set the pace. He was strong underneath. He wasn't shying away from any type of contact. And if there was a loose ball or a rebound, you know darn well his hands were going to be on it.
John?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Brooke on that one, Caden Smith.
How about Marlington, guys? Who's your player of the game?
I'm going to go with Casey Miller. They were down a little bit at half. He came out super strong, was knocking down the three, making defensive plays, and then finishing at the basket.
John?
Yep, same.
I'm going to go with Miller for Marlington. It seemed like once he started to kind of get rolling, that they kind of got back in the ball game. I'm going to kind of separate and go with Malnerney. It seemed like when he started to hit his shots, that's when things started to really roll for Carrollton, and they just kind of separated themselves once that happened. So, well, I want to thank everybody for coming on with us again tonight over here at Marlington for what was a great game between the Warriors and the Dukes. We will be back in action tomorrow. I know Brooke won't be with us tomorrow. She's got a game, but John and I will be at Malvern for the Malvern Hornets and the Lady Wizards of East Canton. Should be a fairly good matchup. I'm excited to be over there. I haven't been to Malvern for a minute, so it'll be fun to cover that game. But I want to thank everybody for coming on with us. I'm Rob Johnson, Brooke Herron, and John Taggart with the Stragan Media Network. Till next time, folks, have a great night.